Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dragon back with another tutorial, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make an IRL thumbnail using my new pack that I just released. So with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. And if it helps you out, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Let's get it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do when making this is go to File, New, inside of Photoshop, then go to 1280 by 720, and you can pause the video and get these settings right here. But you might need to set your resolution 300, but without it being said, let's straight. Alright, so now you want to go to File, Open, and get whatever screenshot you want to choose. So I'm gonna pick my screenshot, and I will be back with you all. Alright, so I'm gonna just get this right here, hit Control C on it, come over here, hit Control V, and we're just gonna make this image right here bigger. And the only thing we're gonna focus on right now is I would say cutting out this image right here. So yeah, we're just gonna cut the main image out, and I'm probably gonna make it, let me see, about that size right there. Alright, so just hit P on your keyboard to go to the pen tool, and you simply just want to trace around the whole image to cut it out. I'm obviously gonna skip through this part because I showed this main tutorial. So if you want to learn how to cut out, just go in the link in the description and click on that to watch the video. But I'm gonna cut this out and be right back with y'all. Alright, so after getting done cutting out, you should connect your dots, and when you get to the end, it should look like this. So you just want to right click, make your selection, fader rate should be at 1, and then you just want to go down here and create a mask with the screenshot you have got done cutting out. And once you did all that, you just go in these areas right here. Well, now, matter of fact, we'll let that stay because that's supposed to be in there. So if you done cutting it out, just have your image like this, hit Control J, then come over here, delete the layer mask. And what I'm gonna do with this is put the image like right here, then go to filter, then go to blur, and we're gonna put this on Gaussian blur and put it to about this size right here. So yeah, we'll do that size right there. And I don't think I ever did like a style like this on my channel, so this might be new. But after this, what you want to do is open up the pack you got from my channel, and I'll be back with y'all when it's open. All right, so once you open it, you should see this right here, and the first thing you want to do, you feel me, I'm in my pack and I'm low-key lost. I'm kind of confused on what I put in here, but you want to go in recording symbols, and you want to get this first symbol right here, hit Control C on it, then come over here and hit Control V, and you want to lock this layer right here. Now after this, what you want to do is go back here and go to hue and saturation, and you want to go to colorize, and you want to find like a pink type color. So we'll just do something like this right here, and put the lightness down a little bit. And we also, what we want to do is go on top, hit B on our keyboard, and you want to go to a pink light color up here also. There's something like this. Hit B to go to your brush on your keyboard, and these are my settings right here. And you just want to go across the whole image with it like this. Then you want to set it to color and set the opacity to around, what do I do, 20. We'll just do 20. So we'll set the opacity around 20, and we'll do the same thing on the background. Put it to color, then lower the opacity, and we'll have the opacity, something like that. So after this, you want to lock these layers right here, and I'm gonna name this layer right here number 1. And after this, what we're gonna do is go to our outer glow. We're gonna put our spread up, and we're gonna go back to that pink color and select something similar to it like this right here. So we'll pick this, and then we'll go to inner shadow. We'll have 2 of those on, but this one right here, we're gonna do about the same type of pink color. So just something like this, and then we can have a little distance with it and have a little more opacity with that right there also. So you should come out with something like that. And then for the inner shadow, about the same thing. So it should be looking pretty much similar when you do these right here. All right, after that, what you want to do is go to brightness and contrast, create a clipping mask, and then put up some brightness on this image right here and put it on 30. Then you want to go to brightness and contrast down here and add some brightness to the image at the back also. Now after this, you want to go to a filter and camera off filter for this image. And if I'm going too quick, slow down the video. All right, so after you went on this image to go to that, you want to up the texture on here to around 30. You want to turn the blacks down, the whites up, the shadows up, the highlights up, and the exposure up also. Put it up by like 10% the exposure, because you don't want it to be up too much. Then you want to select OK once you're done with that. And after you do this, you might have to turn your brightness and contrast down a little bit. So once you got that down pack, you want to come up here and go to vibrance, and you want to up some vibrance and some saturation, and you want to add that onto the image. After this, you want to go to brightness and contrast, and you also want to add some contrast to the image. Now let's go back to my pack, and what we're gonna get now is we're gonna get a, let's see, we'll go to effects, and we're gonna use a sunburst. I have a lot of sunbursts you can use in here, so you can just scroll through them. It's one in particular I'm looking for though, so I'm gonna scroll through these and be back when I found it. All right, so I'm gonna use this sunburst right here. We're gonna hit Control C on it, and then come over to the image and hit Control V. And what we're gonna do now is set this to overlay. So after we have this on overlay, we're gonna create a new layer, hit B on our keyboard, and these are my burst settings right here. Hardness on 0 at all times. And you wanna go down here to the color picker, just click this button right here, then go select the color to white, and with your brush you wanna make it bigger. I'm making mine bigger with the brackets on my keyboard, and you just wanna do something simple like this right here. So the first one you want to put to overlay, then you want to hit Control J on it. Then the second one you want to put on linear dodge, and then you want to hit Control J once again. Then the other one you want to put on screen, so you can have something like this. And yeah, it should look like that. So you want to group these things, and we're just gonna name that group number 1, and then lock the layer. So after that, we're gonna come up here, and we're gonna use those same ones, but this time we're gonna go beside the image like that and select screen. So after we got that, the thumbnail should be looking a little better. So now that we done this right here, the next thing we're gonna do is go into the pack, and we're gonna go to our particles now. So you want to go in here, go to particles plus lights, and in here you want to scroll until you can see like a color that's close to purple, right? And I'm freestyling this. This is a freestyle. I didn't go over this before I recorded, so I'm gonna pick this for example. Hit Control C on it. I want to come over here and hit Control V. Now I'm just doing this because I think it's gonna look good. I really don't know how this is gonna look. So you want to do hue and saturation, and you want to create a clipping mask, and you want to, and this actually does look pretty nice. You want to go to a pinkish color, like a color similar to what we just used. You might have to lower the opacity on it, but you want to add that to the image, and you can see it kind of makes it pop. And I got mine on screen, but you can mess with the blending modes and stuff on it, mess with the opacity, but just make sure the color is similar to the color in the background. So try to get the closest thing to that. So we'll just name this glow, and we will make a group for these right here, and we will lock those layers after we're done. So we'll just keep scrolling on because we're going to get something else from out of here. So let's see, what do we want to get? I think I'm going to get this right here. Yeah, I'm going to get that. And instead of going over there and changing the color, I'm going to change it right here because I can see it better with the background on the back. So go to hue and saturation, create a clipping mask. We'll leave the saturation like something like this. Hold Control, get both of them, hit Control C. Come over here, hit Control V. And you should have something like this on the image right here. And you can lower the opacity on the glow right here because it might be a little too much, but still have it on like 30 to 40%, and then lock the layer and have the glow like right there on the bottom. And after this, you can insert another glow by hitting B on your keyboard, then go into the original color we had, and you can come all the way from the side like this and go all the way across on the image like this right here. So you can have kind of two glows going on, and you can go to filter and blur and go to Gaussian blur for this second one right here, and then select screen and also have this one. And after you have this, you can lock the layer like so. So now that we have this, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make some circles on the image, and we're gonna put this above the glow and the sunburst. So you want to hit M on your keyboard, and then you want to go to the elliptical mark hue tool, and you want to hold shift, and you want to bring this out while holding shift so you can make a circular image. So after you do that, you want to just bring it out to about that size right there. Hit G on your keyboard to go to the paint bucket tool, and it really doesn't matter what color you choose. So just click on it like that right there. And what we're gonna do now is just have something like this right here. So now that we got this, we're gonna hit Control J, do the same thing, but with the circle over here, we're gonna make this one a little higher. So we'll have one lower than the other and one higher than the other, so it can look something like that. So after this, what we're gonna do is group these. So we have group 1. We will name this one, put that circle in that one. We'll have group number 2. name this too, and put a circle in that one. So after we done this, what we want to do is double click that group to add a stroke to the image. So after we added a stroke, what we're going to do now is add an inner shadow and select the color to a white color for the inner shadow, right? And then after that, we're going to also add a drop shadow to the image, and we're going to add some distance and some spread to it. So you should have something like this, and you can lower the distance a little bit, but just make sure you add some spread to the image and lower the opacity on the the shadow. So we're gonna change this white stroke to the same color that we have right here, right? Or something similar to that color. And we're gonna make another group, insert that group inside of that group. We're gonna name this 1v2. And instead of the inner shadow being right there, because y'all said I'm freestyling this, so I gotta think while I'm moving. So we're gonna put the inner shadow up here, right? And you probably can't see it right now because everything is together, but I'm gonna show you all. So after that, I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna get 2 female artists, and I'm gonna put them on here, and then we're gonna do the text after that. So just follow along. All right, so let's say, for example, we're looking at this image. We want to get it. What you want to do is just right click, copy the image, and you want to hit Control V on it, and then right click, create a clipping mask. Once it's in the group you want to put it in, and after you do that, you want to make this image kind of bigger so you can see the face of the person you put on or in a circle, so you can have something like this. And if you really want to go crazy with it, man, you can really cut out this image and blur out the background to make it look even better. But hey, I'm not here for all that, so yeah, I ain't gonna do all that. But what we can do for this right here, we're going to filter and camera raw filter, and we can make it look better just by doing that. So once you get in here, you will see what I'm talking about. So the first thing you want to do is up the texture to about 35, and then you want to up the black. She got a lot of black on already, so if you lower it, man, you ain't gonna really be able to see nothing. So you want to up the blacks, the whites, the shadows. You can also do the exposure, but don't do too much. Just do like 5, and then you can hit OK, and you will see a difference on the image. Now after this, you want to go to brightness and contrast, and you also want to add just a little bit of brightness, but not too much. And to be honest, you might not need any brightness. But we want to go back on up here to the inner shadow after that, and we want to get this straightened out. But the only thing about the inner shadow will go on the drop shadow if you have it above the drop shadow layer. But in my opinion, it looks pretty good right now, so I'm not even complaining. So after this, we just want to right click, copy the layer style of that, put that onto group number 2, right? Then we want to create another group. We're going to name this 2v3, and we want to get 1v2, copy that layer style and paste it onto 2v3, and we want to drag number 2 into 2v3. And if that's confusing, slow the video down. But now what I'm about to do is go get another image of a female artist, and we're gonna get straight into that. All right, so I'm gonna get that, right click, copy the image, then hit Control V, create my clipping mask. And now that we got this, we will just put this image in here and try to get as much as the image as we can before it kind of goes out. So we'll just do this right here. We'll do this part right here, and what we'll do is go to filter, camera raw filter, and let me show y'all what we're gonna do with this once it loads up. So we're just gonna go to texture, same thing we did before. I'm gonna lower the blacks a little bit on this one, up the whites, up the shadows, up the exposure a little bit, and just hit OK. That's simple, and we'll make it look a little bit better. Then we'll go to brightness and contrast and up the brightness on this image right here. So after this, I'm gonna find out what else I can use for my pack. Wait a second, I ain't even gotta find out. I already know what we about to do. So hold up. What we gonna do right now is go in here and get these layer styles, and I got style number 3. These ones I created myself. Best styles in the pack, hands down. Let's get straight to it. What you wanna do is click on this right here, hit Control C, and you wanna come over here and hit Control V, and we gonna drag this in here. And I ain't even been zoomed in on this thumbnail for real. I've been zoomed out the whole video. But yeah, look, we gonna put what celebrity, what celeb. I hope I spelled that right, bro. What celebrity would you smash? So we gonna insert that, make it bigger. And if you want to know the font I'm using, check the description or check the comment section. I'll usually leave everything down there. Now we're gonna get this, hit Control C, come over here, hit Control V, and I'm gonna name this would would you smash? And I gotta find out the person that requested this tutorial, man, because he actually requested this earlier today. And I was talking to him through the comment section. And I just thought like, hey, I should record this, you feel me? So yeah, shout out to him. But it's just me making a thumbnail using my pack. That's really it. So yeah, we got this right here. And if you want to make the text blend in with the background more, you can go to gradient overlay and select a few colors from the back. So for example, you can select that. This would be on the darker side of things, so you would put this over, let me see, over here. I think the lighter side would be down here. Yeah, so darker side would be over here, lighter side would be over there. Boom, like that. But if you really want something lighter, we can get this color. And if you really want to see more of a difference, we can just make this darker. It's kind of simple. And if you want to see more of a difference, we can just make this lighter. Feel what I'm saying? Lighter, darker, like that right there. And let me go make sure I spell celebrity right, bro. Let me make sure I do that. Yep, I spelled it wrong. I knew I wasn't tripping. Celebrity, yeah. We just make this bigger. And make sure you position your stuff. You feel me? So now that we got everything in position, what we're gonna do is hit Control J on this, then hit Control E. And the more you space it out, like the more you space the words out, the better it is. So I'm gonna try this. This is gonna be my first time trying this. I'm gonna try to space this out a lot. Let me see. And it does look good when you space it out, but I don't know. It ain't really hitting the same. So I'm gonna just do what I regularly do. Bring this down about right here. Control J, then Control E, then Control J. And we'll just drag this down that far. And if you can't understand what I did with the text, I do have a tutorial on this that will be in the description showing how I made the text. I got a video that's literally dedicated to the text. So after you did all that, if you understood what I did, you want to click this, right click, hit warp, then go to arc or arch, whatever it is, and you want to just add a little one like that to it. We probably gonna have to up this image a little bit. It's a little bit too low. And after that, we'll double click that and add a drop shadow to it just to make it look a little bit better. We'll do something like this. Oh yeah, make it look a little bit better. And we'll just go over here to the 2v3 and we'll drag this up a little bit. We'll drag about right here, and we'll pull the Ruby Rose one over a little bit, just something like this. All right, so now we only got one more step. Now since I'm making this thumbnail using my pack, I'm not gonna go on Google and get no emojis. I was thinking about it just then. Like I said, I'm thinking real quick right now because I'm making this off rip. I'm not gonna go to Google and get no emojis. I'm gonna just go in my pack and get them real quick. So I'm gonna have to find a good emoji out of my pack. So when I find it, I'm gonna be back with y'all. All right, so I think I'm gonna just keep it simple and go with the heart eyes. You feel me? I was gonna pick a heart off of Google, but I ain't even put it in my pack. So I'm using everything out of my pack for real. So what we do, and the heart eyes, they don't look that bad. So what we'll do is just put it over here. Hold control to have like this little effect when we pulling the sides away. So we'll hold control and have that little effect. And what we'll do is right click, copy layer style, right click, paste the layer style onto that. And we'll just go to filter, blur, motion blur, and we'll add some motion blur to it, like a little motion blur like this right here. Then hit Control J. Hold up, we'll lock this layer. Hit Control J. You feel me? Pick the same thing like so. We'll just put these all over. Like one right here, then maybe one right here, like that. And just kind of space about. And I do got this. I'm gonna look at the image for a little bit to make sure, like, if I can tell y'all anything that'll make it look better or anything I need to fix. But I'm gonna be out y'all, and we gonna be ready to get this over with. All right, so I think that's pretty much gonna be it for the thumbnail. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. The only thing I did was just go up here and up the color to like 30. And yeah, I'm gonna do something like that, and then just hold shift, get everything, then you want to group it, then hit Control J, then hit M on your keyboard. And what we're gonna do is get a rectangular marquee tool, hit Control J once again. Then we're gonna go to convert to smart object, then go to filter and camera raw filter, right? And pay attention on this part, this is the most important right here. You feel me? So this, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm just going ahead and go with the 57, you feel me? And for 57, you already see it work magic, man. And if you want all these presets, click that link in the description, no cap. Click that link in the description. But for this time, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the little, I'm tripping, dog. I'm gonna take the little things off. I'm gonna take all these little primaries off and stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave that on and probably up the sharpen. Nah, I'm gonna wait till the end for that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep everything basic. Then we gonna hit OK, and you can see the difference already. You feel me? So after that, what we wanna do is go to filter, magic bullet looks, and what we gonna end up doing is pick chromatic. Yeah, you know what it is. I got tutorials dropped recently on how I use my effects, so if I'm going too quick, you know where to go for that, man. You already know. Find it on my channel. We gonna up the size on this. Size we gonna do 122. I'm sticking with that. Grade we gonna do 118. Highlights only 20%. Highlight bias we gonna do 340. Let's get straight to it. That's pretty much everything. You can get the little lens distortion if you want to, but we're gonna go with this right here. We're gonna hit finish when we add that, and then after this we're gonna go to the little topaz labs and add some mild details to it. So let's get straight to it. I'm waiting for this to load up. All right, so after you got that, just go to filter, topaz labs, or just 5. And when you want to select mild details, you want to hit apply. We're going all the way with it this time, and no cap, I ain't even gonna lie, topaz ain't even here right, but hey, that's how you do that part though. But I ain't really messing with the topaz too much. I think I added too much magic bullet, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. All right, so this time I went 106. I went on 106 on the little magic bullet, and that should be a little better. So we're just gonna go to topaz labs, and we're not gonna go too hard on the topaz this time. We gonna go like 114, and we gonna let the texture do all the work this time. You feel me? So we gonna go to filter, camera raw filter, and we gonna let camera raw filter carry instead of going to topaz lab, cause I don't really mess with topaz too much no more. I've been on my camera raw stuff. So we gonna go to texture. We gonna set this mode to about 25, and then after this, all we gonna do is go down here to sharpening. We gonna set it to about let's see, 25. Yeah, that little noise reduction. Hit OK, and that's pretty much it for you right here. We gonna add these little face. Go to your brush, and we gonna hold Alt and pick the color, then click with the color, and do this around all the important stuff. So for example, the text, we definitely do that around right here. We do that around. And just on these little edges and spots and stuff like that that's open, we do that. So after we go to screen or linear dodge, is up to you. I think I'm gonna do screen though. We go to screen, we'll put on about 15 so you can see a little bit of it. And then after this, we'll go down here, get his color, hit Control C, come up here, hit Control V. This time we'll set it a little lower, probably do something about like 5%, and that's how you make a thumbnail using my pack. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, even more Dragon. Hit that sub button, man. Let's get straight to it, man. We on the road to 5K. Let's get it.
My fart smell good. It smell good all the time.